Good morning. Today we will start our lecture Computer Numerical Control. First of all, let us understand what is NC, that is numerical control. It is a form of programmable automation in which mechanical actions of a machine tool or any other equipment are controlled by a program containing coded alphanumeric data. We can convert a raw material into a finished product by various manufacturing processes which we have studied earlier. But when we are utilizing the help of a computer or a part program to manufacture a product, then we are utilizing the concept of numerical control. The extension of numerical control is known as CNC, that is Computer Numerical Control. It is the one in which the functions and motions of a machine tool are controlled by means of a prepared program containing coded alphanumeric data. So there will be a program which will have the input instructions related to the motion of the workpiece or tool. The input parameters such as feed, depth of cut, speed, and the functions such as turning spindle on or off, turning coolant on or off. Talking about the CNC applications, the applications will be categorized into two types. The first one is the machine tool application and the second is the non-machine tool application. In the machine tool category, the CNC is widely used for lathe, drill press, milling machine, grinding. And in the non-machine tool applications, it can be used as an electronic assembly, filament winding machines, and many more applications are there. Let us start the advantages and limitations of CNC one by one. We will add more advantages in the written part. The first one is high accuracy in manufacturing, short production time, greater manufacturing flexibility, simple fixturing, that is tool attachment, contour machining, 2 to 5 axis machining can be done here, reduced human error. Apart from these advantages, there are many other advantages like better control of cutting tool. This is the major advantage of NC machine tool. With NC, we can control the tool very accurately. The cutting tool can be controlled along any type of motion like circular motion or parabolic motion of the tool, etc. Then there is reduced lead time for production. There are fewer chances for human error. Since the programming is done accurately and the product is being manufactured with the help of the computer program, so there will be less human error in this. Maximum accuracy and flexibility in production is there. Reduction of waste, then increased productivity, lower tooling cost. Now talking about the disadvantages or the drawbacks. The drawbacks are high cost of the CNC machine will be very costly. Maintenance required is more, and the requirement of skilled part programmer. A special skilled part programmer can do the machining operation which requires specific training programs. So the cost of special training will be very high. There will be high investment in maintenance also and a high running cost. The automatic operations of NC machines require relatively higher running cost. So these are the disadvantages. Now let us understand the various elements of a CNC or components of a CNC system. There are three basic components. The first one is part program, the second one is MCU, and the third one is machine tool. Part program is a set of commands to be followed by the machine tool. So we are providing the instructions with the help of a part program to the machine tool. And each command specifies a position in the Cartesian coordinate system or motion, machining parameters, and the on or off function like coolant on, coolant off. So this part programming will be done separately in the second sessional unit. The part programmers should be skilled enough to understand all types of coding. The second component is MCU, that is machine control unit. It is made up of electronics components and it reads and interprets the program of instructions from the punched tape, and then it converts these instructions into mechanical actions of machine tool. Therefore, MCU is an important link between the program and the machine tool. It has two main parts as written here: data processing unit DPU and CLU, that is control loop unit. The DPU software includes control system software, calculation algorithms, and the DPU processes the data from the part program and provides it to the CLU, which will then operate the drives attached to the machine lead screws and receive feedback signal on the actual position and velocity. The CLU will have the circuits for position and velocity control loop, which will be discussed later. The third component is machine tool. We are all familiar with machine tool. It converts the initial workpiece to a final workpiece, initial raw material to a final finished product. It performs useful work. It is driven or directed by MCU, which in turn is driven by a part program. So this is important here, that the MCU machine tool is driven by MCU and MCU is driven by part program. These are the components of a CNC machine, which will be discussed in next lectures later in detail. Now let us understand the differences between NC and CNC. So the first one is related to the definition part. NC is a form of programmable automation in which mechanical actions of a machine tool are controlled by a program containing coded alphanumeric data, whereas CNC is a form of NC with a dedicated computer as an integral part. So a monitor will be present in a CNC. Flexibility in manufacturing. In NC, the flexibility is less because it has hardwired control, and in CNC the flexibility is more because it has soft-wired control. So the control is hardwired. It means any change in NC machine is very difficult And in CNC, the control is soft-wired, that is, it uses minimum electronic hardware and it uses software to obtain the basic functions. The operation and maintenance in NC is not so easy. It has no extra features which are present in CNC machine. And in CNC, the operation is easy because CNC machines have extra features of reading, sorting and editing of the part programs. Also, they can have graphical capabilities, diagnostic procedure and system troubleshooting. External appearance, NC does not have a monitor and CNC has a monitor present, and on this monitor we can continuously see the display of the machine tool and the user can communicate with the machine through this screen. Lastly, this is the block diagram of a CNC machine.